Idea, what's going to happen with Kai in the coming days. We'll cross our fingers and hope that it's better than what? Better than missing the next game. We missed him obviously, but it was a big adjustment tonight to play without him and James. But that we've had that type of year, so we got to find a way to figure it out, to look at the tape and get better.
It's always deflating when one of our guys go down, but like we always have been through the year, as next man up. And, they went on a run and we just couldn't bounce back. So it's no excuses. It's everybody's prepared, everybody's ready. I'm just glad that it's just spraining nothing more, and hopefully he can heal up in the next 48.
We didn't execute very well, and I think that was the gut punch. We were struggling a little bit and couldn't kind of get our mojo going. So, but yeah, it's never going to be easy. It's the playoffs. We're going to face adversity. We got to allow the adversity to make us stronger instead of hanging our heads.
Chuck, tell me what's going on with the ebb and flow of playoff series as we see it. Brooklyn the other night was 12 seconds away from a 3-0 lead. Now it's 2-2, and now Kyrie Irving is hobbled. Give me a take on this series.
If Kyrie can't play, I don't think they got zero chance of winning. Milwaukee, I think the pressure in Game 1 and Game 2 overwhelmed them because Brooklyn just came out and punched them in the face. Now I think they got their sea legs. And listen, no disrespect, and I hate that for Kyrie. You want to see everybody healthy, but Milwaukee gonna win the next 2 games if Kyrie's not there. They just can't score enough.
Yeah, I think it also puts KD in an unfamiliar role, of facilitator instead of finisher, where not often, I think in the last maybe 7, 8 years, where he's the facilitator, he's the finisher, the easy money sniper, but he never had the responsibility to make sure Joe Harris got a shot. He never had the responsibility.
That's why I told you, the difference between him, Kyrie, and James Harden. James Harden makes the players around him better. Kyrie and KD, they're great players. They just get their numbers. They're not facilitators.
Let's see if this is a new role. If Kyrie doesn't play, he's going to have to play it, because those guys are going to depend on him creating double teams to pass out of, where KD is so accustomed to I don't care if it's 2 guys here, I can still shoot over them. And I saw in the second half, you saw how it just started to unravel because there's no facilitator.
Most of the Brooklyn others, when they're very healthy, they don't have to have big games. They can just hit timely shots or whatever, Joe Harris. But now, Joe Harris is going to have a big game. Blake Griffin's going to have a big game. Jeff Green, who came back, just going to have to have Shamet. They're going to have a big game, which is possible at home. But I don't know if they can do that. The kid that's, just came from Europe, he's going to have a big game. I don't know if they can do that. Milwaukee, if they don't settle, first 2 games they settled in for threes and wasn't going down. Luckily today, they got hot. Third quarter, they went down. But if Milwaukee don't settle and just say, okay, now that they're very depleted, we got to put these guys away. We can't give them a chance. If that happens, I think I have to agree with what Chuck said.
And Shaq, I think that's the most important thing about that next game. It's time for Milwaukee to say, go, listen, they hurt. That ain't our fault. That ain't our problem. Let's just go in there and put our foot on their neck and get it done. They got KD. Like I say, because I don't think his hamstring's going to be better in 4 to 8 hours. So, but I'm going to be watching the Milwaukee Bucks saying, come on, let's put our foot on their neck and get this thing over with.
Game 5 Tuesday.